Prince, Michael Jackson, and it's just like a soul food cuisine. So it was interesting, very interesting.
Was the food good?
The food was good. It was brunch, but I had wings. I don't know if that's considered brunch, but I had like these sticky wings, and they were pretty good. It was very nice. I definitely want to go back.
Oh, okay.
But can you believe that we're in 2025? I mean, this is crazy. 2025. I think I'm still in 2024.
I think I'm lagging too. It's moving really fast. It's moving too fast. Everything is just blending in together.
Yes. We're already in the second or third week of February.
Yeah.
We just passed Valentine's Day. Happy belated Valentine's Day to everyone. And speaking of, did I say 2024 or 2025?
You said 20. Oh. I'm not going to talk. I'm telling my age. I get these moments. Lost in translation.
Oh my God. Well, if I said 2024, I meant to say 2025. But speaking of 2024, I do want to recap 2024 and how we got here. Nancy, do you want to share anything that happened, good, bad, or ugly for you in 2024?
2024 moved pretty fast for me. There was some good points. There was some really come to Jesus moments for me, unfortunately. But I mean, I'm not going into it, but that election and just the buzz the whole year, it was an intense 2024 year was an intense year.
Right.
And it's like you still kind of have that residual thing. It's like from 2024, but it's like we want to move on, and it's just 2025 just took off like pow, like
right. Yes, exactly. We were celebrating Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving all in one. It felt like everything just ran right into each other.
Everything did. It did. It really did run into each other. Yeah.
That's what they always say. It's you gotta just be thankful for the day, enjoy, and love everyone that's around you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tomorrow's not promised. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but we definitely have to focus on sharing those moments with family, friends, and forgiving, those burnt bridges. But, when I think about 2024, it was a year of reflection for me. I did have how in the beginning of the year you always make this plan and these goals and everything, and then you realize it's the middle of the year, you haven't accomplished anything, you haven't even accomplished, or rather made a dent in any of the goals. But the one thing that we did accomplish as a family is, I went on my first, we went on our first cruise, and it was the best thing, and I would recommend it for anyone, everyone. We left out of New York, and we sailed for about 7 days. Ooh. And I think about the fifth day, I think my husband was ready to jump off the boat. It was like, I think he had enough. He was starting to get, we hit rough seas, so he got sick. And my son ate everything that was not nailed down, and he got sick. But, definitely want to share the cruise experience in full detail at a later date. Because I'm pretty sure for those first-time cruises, I can probably offer some advice, because I am no longer a first-time cruiser.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. I my first experience on a cruise ship, I got sick. So I was sick. I think it was a 7 or 8 day cruise. I was sick at least 7.
I was sick 7 out of 7.
They were like, "Oh, you're gonna hit Puerto Rico tomorrow," and I was just like up, and I was trying to do everything that I couldn't do the whole trip. Because every time, I think what is that thing they give you? Dramamine. They give you that drug, and I kept asking everyone, does it make you tired? And they was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
it's just supposed to help with motion
Mm-hmm.
sickness. Every time I
Mm-hmm.
took that thing, I was out for the night.
They even have the patches now. You don't really have to take the pill. They have like the patches as opposed to be like a slow release. So I
Yeah.
don't know how, potent that is. Excuse me, my voice is kind of
I used to
hoarse.
take a pill. I took a pill,
Nice and
and
easy.
every time it would just be like, I'm
Mhm.
out, and they would tell me about all the fun stuff they did that night.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
and then it's like that one night I didn't get sick.
Mhm.
I was everywhere,
Mm.
all over that boat.
So did you stop at one place, or was it several? Was it several stops? Or you can't remember at this point.
We did. We did a few places. I think every day was a new destination, but I could tell you my favorite places were it was St. Thomas, St. Lucia, and I love Barbados.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was up and moving. Everybody was up the night before hanging out, but I was up dressed at 5 o'clock in the morning, like ready to get off the boat.
Oh my goodness! It's crazy, but I'm excited. Ready to plan for a vacation, 1 or 2 or 3 vacations this year, God willing.
Yeah.
Maybe something local, and then maybe Florida, something simple.
Yeah.
But Nancy, do you want to talk about how did we arrive at this living podcast?
You mean the name? You want to talk about how we came up with the name?
Well, yes, let's talk about the name. Let's talk about the name.
Because we be living out here. We living out here, and we were trying to come up with a name, and I'm like, we living out here in these streets. We living out here. It's crazy. We are just living, and it's crazy. That's it.
Yeah. So the great thing about it, when we were starting the podcast, there was so many names that we were toying around with. Yeah. And in a nutshell, we want this podcast to be a discussion about everything, the nuances about life, right? Yeah. And it's not, one size fit all. We'll be touching many, across many topics. We'll have guests here that would actually either share their stories, whether it's beginners business, those small businesses. Definitely want to address, mental health, the mental health challenges. Yeah. We'll be talking about beauty and health. It runs a gamut. We will try to stay away from politics if possible. We will try to, maybe skirt around current events. And Nancy, she had she kind of birthed the name. Why don't we just go living? Because we just living. And that was the best. There was no turning back. And from that name, it's like, it just covered everything we are. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything that we're trying to do.
Right.
And we just want to be at peace, and enjoy our lives. And, things are hitting us. Life is hitting us.
And we will not talk about the election. But like you said, life is hitting us. A lot of things are going on in society. But we want to stay positive. We want to stay, if we listen to discussion, it's community, it's a safe space. And you can actually release your thoughts, and I know that we're not going to release any private things, but the beautiful thing is you're just having a discussion. There might be topics that others may be able to relate to. We'll have chats and give folks an opportunity to share their thoughts, opinions, and we'll go on from there. This is the first session and we're just looking forward to other continued discussions. So, Nancy, anything else you want to share?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Definitely looking forward to, for me, I love to do this whole makeup, so I'll talk about the makeup and, what I like and what I think feels good and what, maybe you can take a pass on that. Sometimes you don't need to dive in.
Right, that's true.
I definitely a fashionista at heart as well as you, and I just want to touch on some things like some products, and I can't wait to discuss some of those things and just everyday life. I'm just excited about talking about life.
Please join the R-Man podcast on Monday evenings at 10 p.m. Eastern for like-minded brotherhood.